So I don't know about you, but I find there is nothing quite so calming as showing up early for a flight and being able to leisurely go through security, walk to the gate, and enjoy some overpriced, mediocre coffee. Compared to what most people do, showing up early with barely enough time to get to the gate, it is a complete paradigm shift. And if you equate flying with stress, it might mean that you are creating a situation that is more stressful than it needs to be. But even so, showing up 8 hours early for my flight from Tulsa to Los Angeles might seem like a bit of overkill. But hear me out. I work from 8 to 4, which is 9 to 5 on the East Coast. My flight boards at 4, and that means I either have to scramble at the last minute while also missing work, or I show up at 7:30 and hang out in a corner of the airport to get some work done and enjoy the airport stress-free. This short trip to Southern California for 5 days to visit my dad actually had a secondary purpose. I wanted to test out my new Fyro T-22 Backpack to see how it would function as a minimalist one-bag travel option. 22 liters might not seem like much, and it isn't, and even though the bag expands to 26 liters, it is still a tight fit to use as the only option for travel. But I'm actually getting ahead of myself. I'm going to let past Mark explain what's going on. So I am here at Tulsa International Airport about to embark on a 5-day trip to California. Since I'm flying on Allegiant Airlines, a budget airline, and I'm only allowed to bring a personal item, I thought this would be a good opportunity to travel with my new Fyro T-22 Backpack. I just received it like a month ago, and I've been using it as an EDC carry bag, but I want to try it as a one-bag travel experiment. 5 days, California, only the T-22, 22-liter bag, and just sort of put it through its paces. Not only that, but I'll be working while I'm on this trip, so it's sort of a digital Nomad excursion video too. So I'm going to show you exactly what I packed for 5 days, all my work gear and digital Nomad setup, and I'll give you the pros and the cons of how the bag functions. Is it a good investment for a one-bag small trip? How is it as a daily driver EDC? And does it have anything I wish it would do differently? The other thing I kind of want to find out is I'm sort of a thicker guy, and Aaron, the guy at Nomad Station who created the bag, is a thinner guy. I wonder how much they actually tried it out on people with a bit more padding, because I always have issues with shoulder straps kind of being hard to get onto my shoulders. So that's part of it as well. If you're a bigger person, then this might help you. And I have another trip coming up for a 3-week trip, and I'm kind of evaluating it to see if it might work well for that trip as well. So I still have about 3 hours until my flight leaves. I'm here at the airport just doing some work. So I'm going to keep working now, and we'll see how it goes. If you haven't flown Allegiant, then you're not missing much. Like most low-cost carriers, it is zero frills. Think Ryanair or Spirit or Frontier, but without the bright colors. One bonus I discovered was that the bag, even when expanded, fits in the super small underseat area of an aisle seat. The flight attendant was nice enough to move me up to another aisle seat with an empty middle, so I got to test the bag in the middle underseat area, and of course it fit like a champ. After a few hours, we started our approach into LAX, and if you haven't flown Allegiant or Frontier to LAX, it's worth noting that while their check-in is at Terminal 1, they actually fly out of the farthest end of Tom Bradley International Terminal. So that means taking a shuttle from one end of the airport to the other and walking about a mile to the very end of the terminal. It's cheaper for the airline, but it also means planning some extra time when you fly through LA. But honestly, I don't mind it. Tom Bradley is a great terminal, and it isn't like I can't use the exercise. Plus, I'm the weirdo who shows up 8 hours early for their flight, so, there's that. Oh, here's the part where I try to explain the issue with the shoulder straps on the bag. I wanted to show this. The shoulders, you can see this little strap here, and the strap here. On a thinner person, or someone without all this padding, have a lot of jackets on, that shows up like right around here. So I think a little more slack would have been nice, maybe another couple inches. That would have helped a lot. Since I work East Coast hours, when I'm in California, I actually work from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. This isn't too bad since I get half my workday done before most people get up. And for the next 3 days, I would spend my mornings working while my stepmom and stepsister ran errands or visited my dad in the rehab facility where he was staying. Then I would head out in the afternoon to spend a few hours with him before I came back to the house for dinner. On the first day, the weather was nice enough to take a scooter the 4 miles to where he was staying. And by the way, if you're tempted to ride the road that runs along the ocean like I did, you should know it isn't very scooter or bike friendly. The best option, going up or down the coast from downtown Long Beach, is to use the bike lanes on Broadway. I realized I didn't mention why I was visiting my dad. He had a minor spill and was in rehab to build back up his strength, so that's why I came to see him. I only had a few days, but it was nice to catch up and chat since it has been a few months since I was last there. After the first day, there was a lot of rain coming down in Southern California, which is probably a nice change of pace for all the fires from the month before, but it meant getting a ride or driving the van on the other days I was there.
Overall, the bag has been working really well. What it has made me realize is that I didn't need to bring as much stuff as I did. There's a few things I probably could have done without, but I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow at the airport. I can show you what I packed and a bit more stuff. There's a pair of glasses over there. Weird. It is raining like crazy. I'm going to go see my dad for the last time this week. I'll be back next week to see him again. But for now, I am going to go for a little drive.
So on the 5th day, it was time to head back to Tulsa, so I got up at 5 a.m. on Valentine's Day to walk over to the downtown Long Beach Metro train station and take the 2 trains and the shuttle bus back to LAX. The total trip took just under 2 hours, and it was surprisingly pleasant.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
So we are here, and I thought I would just show you how I packed out my Fyro T-22 for this 4-day trip. First of all, it's completely empty right now. I don't have anything in here. I'll show you what I packed out. The first thing is on the side over here. I have my keys. I didn't want to unlatch them, but here's my keys. The little Fyro extension thingy. So I'm going to put those back in here. Also, I should mention I have a jacket that I'm wearing. So I'm kind of have this along with me. I have this smaller jacket here. I have a button-up shirt and a t-shirt. This is a merino wool, unbound merino shirt. I have a pair of pants, merino wool socks, merino underwear, and a pair of shoes. So that's what I'm wearing. The clothes that I have in my little, what is this, nomadic packing cube. I have a pair of shorts that are kind of my sleeping shorts, but they could also be for exercise or whatever else. One cotton t-shirt to sleep in. And I have a pair of Western Rise travel pants. I have 2 other pairs of merino wool underwear and 1 pair of short merino wool travel socks. The ones I'm wearing are long ones. So 2 socks, 3 underwear. So 3 t-shirts total, 2 merino wool, 1 cotton. Now I also brought a pair of jeans, travel jeans from, forget the name of the brand right now, but I left them at my dad's place because I'm gonna be back next week. So I thought I'd just leave them there. So I put this one right in here, right down in the bottom. It fits really well right there. It's not even expanded, as you can see. I could fit more if I wanted to. In terms of toiletries, this is my Belroy toiletry bag. And in here, I just have deodorant, shaving stuff. I have a little washcloth that I use to wash my face, toothbrush, toothpaste, stuff like that. You know, toiletries. And that just kind of goes on there. And this I also have, this is my passport wallet from Slimfold, and has my passport, IDs, things like that I use for international travel, but I like to bring it with me just to be safe and have extra IDs. And this is what I fit in this thing. It fits really nicely when my keys are not in the way. Let's take that out. Let's put this in and then put the keys around it. Now I put it on this side because the other side is where I would put my water bottle, and I have water bottle holder things on the left and right, but I'm not using them right now for no particular reason. Let's go into the back for just a minute here. This is the laptop compartment. This is a folder that had my screen protector in it. And I brought this because I was still kind of organizing it, but I wouldn't bring this next time. I would just leave it at home. That just goes in there. And then I have my laptop. I can grab it. This is a 16-inch M3 MacBook Pro. But this one goes right in here. That's for my work. And I was working while I was on this trip. And I also have my iPad Air. So that just goes right in there. Pretty easy. The other thing I'll put in here is my keyboard. I have a Logitech keyboard that I use. Stick that in there. I also have for work a Roost stand, but I put that in the main compartment here. And I usually stick it like right down the side along here. I also have a tripod, which my phone is on right now, which is what I'm recording this with. And so you can't see that, but so that just fits right along the side here. So kind of the same on either side. These kind of mesh pocket things. On one side, I'll put my laptop adapter brick, and then I'll also put my laptop charging cable as well as a USB cable. They're just kind of bundled together, and I'll stick those in there. On the other side, this is another little adapter I have, and I use this for my phone, my watch, all the other random stuff I have, iPad. So I'll stick that on this side along with my mouse. Now, I don't use the slim mouse that a lot of people do. This thing's chunky, but it fits in here. And then I have this little phone and watch charging thing. And I stick that on this side, sorry, because it kind of goes with that brick a little bit better. I also have this, which is a, I forget what these are called, but it's a way to attach things to like a table or in a bathroom stall or something. And I'll put that right over here on this loop. I also have some medication and my supplements that I take during the day. So they kind of go on the bottom of the bag usually, underneath the packing cube, but I'll just stick it right there for now. And the last thing I'll put in this main compartment area here, Soundcore noise canceling headphones that I'll wear for work. I also have a pair of wired headphones that are in here, the standard Apple ones, and I also have these as well. If I'm traveling, I usually keep these in my pocket just so they're easy to reach, and I'll put these in here. If I really need to be quiet on the plane or some quiet, I'll put that there. And I have a baseball cap because, you know, sometimes you have a bad hair day. And I stick that like that and just put that in there, and that just goes right on top. One thing I should mention is that I also have a air sling, and in this I have my little Insta360 camera. Oh, this is really cool. It allows you to attach MagSafe devices onto your tray table, and it's like super sturdy. It does not move at all. So I use this for watching things on the plane. Also have some clips for my camera, a pair of my reading glasses, 5000 milliamp MagSafe charger thing. And I also have a couple dude wipes and some lens wipes and things like that. I also have my little DJI mic set that I'm using right now. That's on the phone, but this would also go in here. And I have my MagSafe wallet that I put on my phone. For the hatch, I do have this Fyro notebook that came with the bag. It's a super tight fit. Next to that, I'll put my pen. It's a Uniball 1.38. And then on the other side, I put my Nitecore 10,000 milliamp battery, along with this kind of all-in-one cable, so I can plug anything into it that I need to charge. Let's put this up here. So I will stick that in here. It's on the side. I also have a pair of blue light blocking glasses, and I'll just stick that in here. And then the last thing I'll put in this area is my planner thing. I still like to do it analog. I have a friction ball erasable pen that just kind of goes right here, right in there. Zip it up, and then hatch goes down. Close the laptop compartment. In this pocket here, I will put my tissues, and I put a couple more dude wipes and lens wipes in there as well. Someone gave me these little sour gummy things. So the other thing about this bag is that it does fit in here next to the headphones, so I can fit everything in just the bag except what I'm wearing. I'll put this here, and then I'll kind of stick it underneath that jacket so no one can see that this is here. If they really complain, I can just always put it in here, but I like to have this on me. I should take some video of this thing here. So let me turn this camera on. Is this working? There it is. Okay, so you can see here, this is the camera that I'm currently filming with. And I have the microphone, I have this, and this is the, whatchamacallit, a little tripod, Insta360 tripod with a little MagSafe, little Moment MagSafe thing, and this little adjustable head here that's kind of nice. And this expands up and down, which is pretty cool. And sometimes when I want to get POV shots and stuff, I'll attach to the shoulder straps or something that clip so I can put the things on there. When I wear this little Hypalon thing is like angled upwards because my shoulder goes like this. This is almost useless to me. If I put sunglasses in here, they'll just stick out horizontally. But it is what it is. Maybe I need to lose weight. Clearly I need to lose weight. That is personal information you do not need to know about. That's it. That's how I'm packing out the Fyro T-22. It is a great bag. I think the one thing that I really wish it had that it doesn't have is a side handle. And I would almost say that I could forego the water bottle side pocket on one side. Of course, different people like those pockets on different sides. There's a lot of compromises, pros and cons. What I end up doing is just kind of pulling on this thing when I need to pull it like under the seat in front of me. If it's on the side like this, there is nothing to grab onto to pull it out. And you wouldn't put it under the seat this way because it's too long. The seat is like this wide, right? So you're gonna have this bulge out here, but it does fit really well this way. But then there's nothing to grab onto to pull it out from under the seat. But it would be really nice if it had that option. Now I do, I stick this in here like this when it goes under the seat in front of me. So that's pretty handy. And I suppose I could, finagle this thing to be my kind of a quasi side handle. So I could just have it stick out to the side, cinch it down, all the way down like that, stop the dangle. So I could put this on the side like this and then use this to pull it out. That could be a workaround. I haven't tried that, but I don't like readjusting my shoulder straps because then, it's a pain in the butt. There you go, Founders Edition T-22. Nice bag. I'm gonna bring it again on my next trip, which will be a 3-week trip, both to SoCal and NorCal. For a one bag minimalist travel, it's working really well. Even looking back on this video while I'm editing it a couple weeks later, I realized that I should really refine my packing list a bit, and maybe one of these days I'll stick a packing list online for those who are curious. It turns out that my flight back to Tulsa was delayed by several hours, and they had to request a different plane to fly over from Las Vegas to pick us up, and even then we had to wait until a new pilot was available. But eventually we got on the plane and got on our way. If you want to pick up a Fyro T-22 backpack for yourself, be sure to check the link in the description. This video is no way sponsored unless you count the 50% discount I got by backing it on Kickstarter. But if you want to pick up one, do it quick because they only have a limited set available. Also, be sure to check out the Nomads Nation YouTube channel where Aaron and his team put out some great bag review videos. So that's it for this one. Coming up, I'm going to share an update on my Spanish language learning journey. So if you'd like to learn about that, be sure to subscribe, hit the icons, and all that jazz. See you in the next one.